Today we're breaking down the most fascinating Easter eggs and references tucked into Wicked, along with a closer look at its mysterious and thrilling ending. Familiar friends on the yellow brick road. The movie starts with a breathtaking view of Oz. From above we see the Emerald City and a rainbow stretching across the sky. But if you pay close attention, you'll spot something familiar on the yellow brick road. Look closely, and you'll see Dorothy, Toto, the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion walking together. They're carrying the Wicked Witch's broomstick after melting her. This is a subtle nod to the Wizard of Oz and the original story. While this is the only glimpse we get of Dorothy, her three friends play a much bigger role in the movie, though you might not recognize them right away. The wizard's mysterious past.
Helping you with your ascent allows me to feel so parental.
The wizard may be a master of illusions, but Wicked gives us a closer look at the man behind the curtain. When Elphaba and Glinda sneak behind the emerald curtain, they uncover relics from the wizard's past, including a poster for his old magic act, and the hot air balloon that brought him to Oz. While the poster features his stage name, Oscar Diggs, it's a subtle nod to L. Frank Baum's original Oz book series. In the book, the wizard's full name is revealed to be Oscar Zoroaster Frederick Isaac Norman Hinkle Emmanuel Ambroise Diggs, a name so long that even the wizard himself found it impractical. This Easter egg connects the movie not only to the 1939 film, but also to the rich history of Baum's storytelling, giving fans of the books something extra to enjoy. It's a reminder that the wizard, despite his grandiose persona, is just an ordinary man with no real magic, only tricks and clever illusions. The sleeping spell and the poppies. In the movie, there's a touching scene where Elphaba and Fiyero bond over rescuing a lion cub. This moment parallels a famous event from The Wizard of Oz. In the 1939 movie, Dorothy encounters a deadly poppy field that almost puts her to sleep forever. In Wicked, Elphaba uses a bouquet of poppies to cast a sleeping spell on her classmates.
What are we gonna do?
Sorry, we?
Well, someone's got to do something.
While she doesn't fully understand the power of the flowers at first, this moment foreshadows her future encounter with Dorothy. The scene also cleverly mirrors the original story, showing how Wicked intertwines with the Oz universe in creative ways. A horse of a different color. One of the most visually striking Easter eggs in Wicked is Fiyero's horse. When Fiyero arrives at Shiz University, he's riding a horse of a different color. If you've seen the 1939 Wizard of Oz movie, you'll remember the colorful horse pulling Dorothy's carriage in the Emerald City. This was one of the most iconic uses of Technicolor in the original film, and the Wicked movie pays homage to it beautifully. The horse's changing colors also reflect Fiyero's evolving personality. Just as the horse is unique, Fiyero sees something special in Elphaba, not because of her green skin, but because of who she is inside. The lion in the basket. Another clever callback to The Wizard of Oz happens when Elphaba rescues the lion cub. She places him in her bicycle basket and rides into the forest to set him free. This scene mirrors a much darker moment in the 1939 movie. In that film, Miss Gulch takes Toto away from Dorothy, cycling off with him in her basket. Thankfully, Toto escapes, but the moment is chilling. In Wicked, the roles are reversed. Elphaba saves the lion, showing her compassion and hinting at her connection to the Cowardly Lion later in the story. Breaking glass twice. One of Elphaba's magical moments at Shiz University happens in her dorm room, when she's arguing with Glinda. Her magic accidentally shatters the glass in the door. This leaves the door open even when it's closed. An unintentional but symbolic act. Later in the movie, during the iconic Defying Gravity sequence, Elphaba smashes through a glass window on purpose. This mirrors the earlier scene but shows how much she has grown. She's no longer afraid of her powers. She's fully in control. Both moments are tied to Glinda. The first time, Glinda irritates Elphaba, causing her to lose control. The second time, Glinda inspires her, giving her the confidence to embrace her potential. Animal history erased. The movie's political themes are more prominent than ever, especially regarding the treatment of animals. Early in the movie, Elphaba uses her magic to reveal a hidden mural at Shiz University. The mural shows a time when animals were respected as scholars and educators, but over time their contributions have been erased, and they are now treated as second-class citizens. This parallels real-world issues where marginalized groups have been removed from history. This Easter egg serves as a reminder of the power of storytelling and the importance of preserving the past. Ruby slippers versus silver shoes. In the 1939 movie, Dorothy's slippers were famously red to showcase Technicolor, but in the original Oz books they were silver. Wicked pays homage to both versions. Nessa, Elphaba's sister, receives a pair of silver shoes from their father. Later, Glinda gives Elphaba a pair of red heels, teaching her about fashion and popularity. While these aren't exact replicas of the ruby slippers, they are a clear nod to the iconic shoes. There's even a subtle detail in Nessa's silver shoes. The heels are shaped like tornadoes, hinting at her fate. For good, a friendship theme. One of the most emotional moments in the Wicked musical is the duet For Good, where Elphaba and Glinda reflect on how they've changed each other's lives. While the song doesn't appear in full until the second part of the movie, its melody is sprinkled throughout the first film. For example, during the ballroom scene, when Glinda and Elphaba dance together, an instrumental version of For Good plays in the background. This moment marks the beginning of their friendship and highlights how they truly see each other for the first time. It's a beautiful setup for the emotional payoff in the sequel. Cameos for Wicked icons. The Wicked movie honors its Broadway roots with some special cameos. Alice Fern, who plays Elphaba in the West End production, appears as Glinda's mother. Carrie Ellis and Diane Pilkington, also from the West End cast, make appearances as well. But the most exciting cameos come from Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth, the original Broadway Elphaba and Glinda. They appear during the song One Short Day and in flashbacks about the wizard's arrival in Oz. Even the musical's creator Winnie Holzman and Stephen Schwartz make appearances. Schwartz plays a guard who introduces the wizard, while Holzman gets a memorable line of dialogue. The ending of Wicked sets up big questions for the sequel. We see Elphaba fully embrace her powers, defying gravity and breaking free from the wizard's control. Meanwhile, Glinda takes on a new role, balancing her loyalty to Elphaba with her responsibilities in Oz. The final scene hints at the events of the Wizard of Oz, but with a twist. Elphaba is no longer just a wicked witch. She's a misunderstood hero fighting for justice. This leaves us wondering how her story will intersect with Dorothy's in the next film. The Wicked movie is packed with Easter eggs, references, and meaningful details that connected to the Oz universe. From nods to the 1939 movie to callbacks from the original books, there's something for every fan to enjoy. What was your favorite Easter egg in Wicked? Did we miss any? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our deep dive into the sequel. Thanks for watching, and remember, nothing is ever as it seems in Oz.